Hey everyone, the Chosen Elevates back with another video. And I just want to say, wake up! What are you doing? Why are you on your bed? No, this is not the video for that. I have a short where I'm motivating you all to do whatever you will all want to do with your lives. But today, I just want to talk about the goals, the short-term goals that you can take right now to get to your career, the time frame, and finding your purpose. These are all factors that will play a role in you reaching your goal, and I will break them down into simple steps for you all to understand. So let's get right to the video. So first, we're gonna talk about finding your purpose. That's something that's very important. I feel like people do things for the wrong reason. For example, I want to be a doctor. Why do you want to be a doctor? I want to be a doctor because they make a lot of money. I want to be a doctor because it's cool. Right? Those are superficial reasons. If you are going for a career for those certain reasons, do not go. I repeat, do not go to that career. Do not pursue that career. Another bad reason, before I go into the good reasons of chasing a career, my parents told me to chase these goals. Bad reason, right? Because you're relying on someone's advice or something that you're not really passionate about. You're just doing it because they told you to do, right? That's a no-go, right? You have to find your purpose. Why do you want to do this? What does your heart tell you? Not what other people are telling you, because we all have opinions. We all have different opinions. For example, I told someone that I want to become a doctor. I was like, doctor, oh yeah, you could be a doctor, but it's a lot of loans. You're going to be broke for life. Blah, blah, blah. You should be a PA. If you're like, he was like, oh, I'm going to be a PA. I'm going to be making money. You should do it, it's more worth it financially wise. And however, I'm not trying to be a doctor for the money. That's far from the truth. I'm trying to, obviously I know I won't have money. I understand that, but I'm doing it for the right reasons. I'm doing it because I want to become a doctor, right? That's why I want to do it. So when you're trying to find your purpose, do it because you genuinely want it. Is this something that you see yourself in 20 years, right? You don't know how you'll feel about that career in 20 years, but your current self is telling you that is something that you want to pursue. So pursue it. And I'm going to talk about this probably in another video, but there are people that they're in this career, they have regret, but they're stuck thinking, man, I'm already in this career. I regret it. I don't want to work here no more. Then you can, but they don't want to change careers because they feel like, oh, I'm too old, this, that. But that's far from the truth, which like I said, won't talk about in this video. However, let's go to number 2. We're going to talk about your goals, your short-term goals, your long-term goals to get to that career. For example, right? Let's say you want to get into day trading, right? I know nothing about day trading, right? But I'm not telling you to do this exact thing, right? I'm not telling you to do this exact thing for this. I'm just giving an example, right? You can apply this to any career, right? What's your daily goals? Okay, I want to watch a video on learning a technique of how to day trade or strategies to make profit. And then you can have weekly goals. Okay, I want to play with this fake account. I forgot what they're called. However, you have play money, virtual money, that they allow you to use virtual money, whatever, so you can experiment with that. Each week, I'm gonna try to make a profit of $10 each week with my virtual fake money, right? That's your weekly goal. My monthly goal is I want to make 500 profit by the end of this month. So basically you put everything in different goals. You have a daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly, right? So this allows you to continually make progress and not be so caught up in your long term, right? Like, wow, it's gonna take 5 years to get whatever, because if you're so stuck in the future, you're not gonna be doing nothing in the present. And by the time you reach that 5 years, you're gonna be like, what have I been doing? So you have your long-term goal of getting to your whatever. It's gonna take me 2 years, but what are things I can be doing every day, every week, every month to get into that goal? And remember to prioritize rest. Rest is very important. I don't care who you are, you need rest. You need rest. Rest is very important. Even when you work out in the gym, you need rest. Your body needs rest, right? You can't do leg day Monday through Sunday, because your legs won't grow and you can get injured and other things like that. And the third thing we're going to talk about is time frame. There's a time frame from everything, right? A lot of the things that you all do will have a time frame. It might take a year, it might take 5 years. Sometimes there's a set time frame, especially if you're trying to do a degree, trying to study a certain field. There's a certain time frame that you have to account for, right? So let's say you want to make a business versus you want to go to school for business, right? College is like 4 years. You can accelerate it. There's people that do it much faster, there's people that take much longer, but you have to account for a time frame. How long will it take? And what am I doing? Do I have kids? Do I have a spouse? Do I have a significant other? Whatever. And those take time. How much am I working? All of those factors play a role, right? There are people that are in college, they're studying, they don't need to work because they have the privilege of not working. There are other people that don't have the privilege and they have to work. They have to work full time. So sometimes they have to cut back in school, and it will take them longer to finish school. So you just have to account for that, right? A lot of people are like, I'm gonna finish this in like 2 months. But you have to account for what you're doing and how much time you really have, right? Because there's realistic goals and there's unrealistic goals, right? I'm gonna learn a language in a week, right? That's very high, that's highly unlikely for you to learn a language fluently in a week, right? But when you have goals, like I'm gonna do it within a year, I'm gonna see where I'm at. Within 2 years, I'm gonna see where I'm at. Maybe by 2 years, I'll be good. So basically just being realistic with that. So you all have made it to the end of the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you all in the next video, and thank you for watching.